Dear students, we'll start with nature of the matter. In ancient times, Indian and Greek philosophers were puzzled about the nature of the matter. Water, air, earth, fire and sky were thought to be 5 basic elements forming the matter, and it is known as 5-element theory. Though now we know that an element is a pure substance made up of only one kind of atoms and having a definite set of property. So none of these can be an element. Like air is a mixture, water a compound made up of 2 types of particles. So later, atom as building block of matter came to us first time by Indian sage Maharshi Kanad in 600 BC, means 600 years before Christ. Kanad was the great Indian philosopher who said that matter consisted of indestructible and indivisible particles called Parmanus, which nowadays are known as atoms. Param means ultimate, Anu means particles. He also said that a Parmanu combines with other Parmanus to form Anu, which nowadays is known as molecules. So 600 years before Christ, Maharshi Kanad, Indian sage, was the first one to write in his book Vaisheshik Darshan about the existence of atoms and atoms as building block of matter. Almost 200 years after that, Democritus, a Greek philosopher, also said the same thing. What Maharshi Kanad wrote in his book Vaisheshik Darshan. He said Parmanus as atom, which comes from the Greek word atomos, means indivisible. So first Maharshi Kanad, 200 years after that Democritus, and many years after that, in 1808, John Dalton gave first scientific theory regarding the atom known as Dalton's atomic theory. The main features of his theory are like this. First, matter consisted of very small indivisible particles called atoms. Atoms can neither be created nor be destroyed. Atoms of an element are identical in all respects: size, mass, density, chemical properties, but they differ from atoms of other elements. Atoms of an element combine a small simple number to form molecule of element. Atoms of different elements combine in simple whole number ratio, and atoms take part in chemical reaction. Children, in the latest research work about the atom has proved that most of the features of Dalton's atomic theory are incorrect, but he was right in saying that atoms take part in chemical reaction. Though Dalton said atom to be indivisible, but existence of subatomic particle was proved by the fact that an atom is neutral, but it can be made to get positive and negative charge. It means it must be containing tiny particles having positive and negative charge. Now we already know and have discovered subatomic particles or fundamental particle or basic particles of atom known as electrons, protons and neutrons. How we discovered these particles in the atom? It was William Crookes in 1879 who performed experiments to study electric discharge through gases, and in the process discovered cathode rays which became base for discovery of electron. Who did it? J.J. Thomson. J.J. Thomson studied work of William Crookes, that is cathode rays, and that study resulted in discovery of electrons, the negatively charged particles. Electrons are represented as -1 E0, where E is the symbol for electron, -1 subscript represents 1 unit negative charge, and 0 superscript shows negligible mass of electron. Children, both of these scientists experiment and the discovery of electron is discussed in the next video. So let us study properties of electrons. Electrons are integral part of all atoms, means atoms of all elements. Electron has a definite mass 1.1837. It means 1837th time smaller than mass of a hydrogen atom, and its value is 9.108 into 10 to the power minus 28 gram. So 0 is only for symbol -1 E0. Otherwise the mass of electron is not 0. But it is very less in comparison to protons, and it is 9.108 into 10 to the power minus 28 gram. Electron carries a definite charge called 1 unit negative charge. This 1 unit is the term only for a special unit designed for atom and atomic particles, that is electrons, protons, neutrons, radicals, etc. And its value is 1.602 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulombs. Almost at the same time when J.J. Thomson studied property of cathode rays and discovered electron, it was E. Goldstein who studied the same experiment of William Crookes and discovered one more type of rays other than cathode rays, known as canal rays or anode rays. And he discovered that these rays are also not rays, they are made up of positively charged particles, protons. The discovery of proton and experiment of the E. Goldstein will be discussed into next video. Let's study properties of protons. Mass of one proton was calculated to be being equal to hydrogen atom's mass. Children, how interesting it is to know that mass of one proton is one hydrogen atom. That is 1.672 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. And you can understand it now why it is so. Because one atom of hydrogen is made up of only one proton and one electron. If mass of electron is negligible, then mass of one proton and mass of one hydrogen should be almost same. Then the positive charge of one proton or on a one proton is equal to the negative charge on one electron. That is the reason why atoms are electrically neutral, because charge on one proton and charge on one electron is exactly same. That is 1.602 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. And this is also in the same way said to be 1 unit positive charge. Like electrons, protons are also integral part of all atoms of all elements. The symbol of proton is +1 P0. P is symbol for proton, +1 for 1 unit positive charge, and superscript 1 is 1 AMU mass. 1 AMU or AMU is the short form of atomic mass unit. Just like a special unit of charge for atomic particles, we designed a special unit of mass for atom and atomic particle because the mass of atom and atomic particle is too small to be expressed in bigger units like kilogram, gram, etc. So 1 AMU's value is 1.672 into 10 power minus 24 gram, but expressing mass of atomic particles in AMU is more convenient because then it will be a smaller number. Like the mass of one atom of hydrogen is 1 AMU rather than saying that it is 1.672 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. That's all.